Okay, so the amount of usage I have done is with 138 queries out of 500. So fast requests are used, and now let me open the cursor. Okay, so I'll be running one of the simple prompt here to create something like, say, Flashcard app, and we can make use of Python, Django, and SQLite as database. So if you go to open folder, and within cursors folder I will add one more app, name this Flashcard. Right now inside this folder we will be creating our cursor rules. You can say use the following stack, and here I can mention Python Django. If you have specific version in mind, you can use that as well. Okay, add the rules, like say do not use depreciated library, along with also add libraries. We are making use of multiple libraries, right? So that should be in the rule. Then add an entry point index HTML for application gateway. Now third would be making sure to also explain do not delete functional override adding features. Right, once you save all these features, what you can do is you can add your prompt. You can type in @codebase . Right, let's say hide commits and PRs. Next, okay, I can paste in prompt. If you don't want code base, you can remove that. Now I just want to use the prompt, say Flashcard app, to study or something, and there should be review mode. Right, Kanban view can be right. Finally, again click on send to run the prompt. Right, notice that it added its own requirements txt. There is also readme that gets added. Can run the command. Okay, you are not limited to Bootstrap CSS. Alternatively, you can make use of, let's say, Bulma CSS or Tailwind. Notice that this is the readme, right, and this is the whole commands that are being run. Okay, allow it to create the respective folders. Also find the number of libraries packages there. Now at the end it will start this particular server on port 8000. Now there is one more run command. You can put this to auto, or you can also add to ask every time, right, between auto run or ask every time. I kept it on ask every time just to see the process. You may notice that there is update and all the tabs on the top also gets save mode or under process whenever there is file edit going on. So I try to avoid this just in case not to get in the way of process. Okay, all the files become immediately available in the series of how they are being edited, right? So this is pretty much the options that you have. Okay, you can also take a look at the folder here, which is the flashcard project, inside which your index HTML is being generated. All of that is visible here. And once all the changes updated, you will also find the command to run the server through server activate will be called. I have to make a directory for templates, then run the migration. In case if it needs to create a user, I may have to, as you can see, super user, I will have to enter into the prompt. I will say my name, then password. Okay, now once that is created, okay, you can see I can resume the conversation. All the settings are applied. Okay, when total 25 executions happen, it kind of takes the pause. Notice all the fields and the process was done very quickly compared to your typical React project. Python Django is much matured and it's visible as well. So I will go to the project by clicking on this URL. Okay, notice that it starts with login. Actually, I will just go and hit enter. So it seems like this is the current error. Go back and I may also have to accept the earlier changes. Right, problem persists, so we will just ask it to fix it. Right, it will go through error. So we'll wait for it to resolve. Okay, we can manually troubleshoot as well. Here you can see the URLs file seems to be having problem along with the login route. And none of that is matching, so it is throwing error. So let me execute its updates. You can see right now once we refreshed, you will notice and this is the front page. Here we can add our username and password, and it will attempt the login. Right, now inside this you will notice that the screen appears white. Okay, so I pass that, and here you can see nothing appears. Now once the refresh is done, you can see the problems are resolved. It is now showing me flashcards decks, so I can use create your deck. Here I can see this is hiragana deck, so number of words in hiragana. I will try to save this. Notice there is this first flashcard. You can view it in Kanban mode, right? So whether I worked on it or not will be visible, right? Similarly, I can use review mode, where you can see go back to deck, right? So I can also add one more card inside this particular. Let's say ICHE, then me. Right. I can also add one more card now. Right, and like this I can populate this. So number of cards on which we are progressing are visible. So this goes like a Kanban mode, but it is supposed to be in the order in which it is being used or accessed, right? So let's say you added particular set of words and those are accessed, then those should be used based on the order of access, right? So on that part I added this last updated mode. So if you have some exam or so, can make use of this particular features based on the amount of time you have recited particular word or something. Can make use of that, right? There is review mode, right? You can flip card, next card or flip card, right? And then go back to deck. There is also Kanban board, and let's say move to progress or move to complete. So like that you can also move based on the progress of that particular word. So this is in context of exams, but you can use it in any other way for your other usage. Okay, so I made this using Django cursor and with the help of SQLite.